I think this one's pretty special too. Now the reason this one's so special isn't because it's from a movie or because it was of a limited run of car, and it's not because it's a Torana. The reason it's so special is because it's my younger brother's. This is his one. He picked this one out. Unfortunately it is a Holden, but he picked it out.
I was probably like 10 when I picked this out, to be honest.
Good enough. And in the case of a bit of the blind leading the blind, he wants to learn on the cars. I can teach him what I sort of know. So we're going to try and service it.
Yeah.
Let's run through what we're doing. Now it's all pretty basic stuff we're doing here. It's just a basic service. So we're going to do oil and oil filter. That's all pretty standard stuff. I said, don't look at it.
I looked at it. I didn't see it.
I noticed we had a bit of corrosion at the thermostat housing, so we're going to pull out the thermostat and replace the thermostat. And while we're in there, I thought it'd be a good exercise, even though this motor was rebuilt recently, to replace the water pump, since you're going to learn about it. So I think that's going to be fantastic. We'll see how many bolts you break. I'm a shocker for doing that. I've done it a few times now.
No, I'm just that good. I won't break any.
And a little special surprise that he wasn't meant to see.
I saw it. I looked at it.
For whatever reason, the gear lever in this is a nightmare to try and push the button in and whatever. Like it's just a nightmare to try and use, and it keeps every now and again the little button that it uses to release the gear lever just ejects itself. Like at full on, you'll just be driving along, or you just shift gears, and all of a sudden, just this little button just goes pew. So we got a new gear lever button handle.
Yay!
Yeah. So I think first, because we learned from the Landu, we're going to drain the oil first. Hopefully it's not hot, because we did drive it around. We'll see.
Get some B-roll of the gear lever.
I will need B-roll of the gear. I'll watch it though. I'll try and get B-roll of it ejecting itself, don't worry. Ah, do you know how the hoist works? Okay. Go to the hoist, turn the key.
Turn the key? Oh, it's already on.
Okay, cool. Press, I think it's green. Has it got up arrow? Yeah. And you'll hear it click, that's fine. Stop. And then just click the down arrow, like hold the down arrow until it stops.
Wait, the yellow one or the red one?
The red one.
The red one's down, it's got a down arrow.
Perfect.
Now, that's it?
Yep. What can we see under here? Look at the oil! Ah, crack it. Do you know which way's left and which way's right? This being my younger brother Brayson's pick from our dad's collection works out almost too well, as now he is nearly old enough to drive, and here in South Australia there are strict laws on what new licence holders can drive, which is where this 1977 Holden LX Torana slots in perfectly, because it's only a 202 6-cylinder, meaning it's considered to have a low enough power to weight ratio that Brayson here can drive it on his provisional licence. Oh wow, that is so loose. Jesus. All right, so come over here. All right, see this thing that I'm grabbing up there?
Oh, yeah.
Unscrew that. Or you can use your hand if you want, it's up to you. Maybe pull your sleeves off too, just in case it runs oil now. Not only is a Torana a rather cool first car, but this one right here has so much potential. Brayson could V8 swap it, whack an SLR 5000 body kit on it, do a Bathurst replica, slam it, raise it, or just restore it. There is a myriad of options he can take this rust-free example of an LX Torana. And it can all start here, learning how to spin spanners and maintain this well-used car, which this car very much is. It is very much well-used with over 430,000 kilometres on the clock. It's nice that I'm not the dirty one for once.
Wow.
That I'm just watching you get dirty.
Okay, buddy.
All right, so as mentioned, we've got a few oil leaks and a bit going on. So I thought whilst we're draining, let's walk you through it. Certainly there was an oil leak coming from the... Words left me. Oil filter. There was certainly an oil leak coming from the oil filter. It looks like this sump might be leaking too, which isn't a surprise. It's a cork gasket, so it's going to happen. We might have to address that too. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll give it a clean and see if it was all just from... Though this does look like transmission fluid and not, yeah, that's transmission fluid, not oil. So we might order a sump gasket. It looks like all the front bushes need to be replaced. They look very similar to the XA when we pulled that all apart. So I think we need to replace pretty much everything at the front, which would be nice because this does handle amazing. It handles sadly better than the Falcons. But if it can get even better, that would be fantastic. Working back down here, it's all the standard stuff. So it's just the diff is leaking, but it's not, I don't think it's bad enough to where we have to do anything about it. Might be worth changing the fluid. I don't know when that was last done. This has got 430,000 kilometres on it now. It probably could do with a bit of a diff service, so we might address that too. But by the looks of it, there's no actual drain bung. It's one of those ones where we've got to pull off the housing in order to drain the fluid out, which is a bit of a pain, or we can suck it out through the fill point. The other thing I would like to investigate is there's a knock, and I think it's coming from this side as you drive along. It's an obvious suspension knock. So we might whack a few things with a hammer and just see what bushes need to be replaced. But to be honest with you, just about every one of them looks flogged, so it might be worth getting a full bush kit and just going ham on it. Other than that though, it looks really clean under here. There's no rust, no nothing. It's in really good condition. Probably why it drives so good. All right, we'll whack on a new oil filter, plug up the drain hole, and then we can start working on the cooling system. All right,
13 hours.
Get your cleanest finger. Oh, all of them look pretty right. Oh, I don't know. What? It's mine. What? Stop stealing my cap.
What am I doing?
Put your finger on it. Yep, and then rub it all over the oil. Rub it all over the seal. The seal.
Oh.
You might need a bit more. Yeah. There we go. All right, let's grab your oil filter. Thermostat, and that when the motor gets hot, it opens like a little valve, it opens up, and then that lets water go through here and do all the cooling. Let's see all this white stuff. God, this doesn't work. You can do the important bits actually. So you remove probably whatever one's easier. So maybe, I don't know if it'll be that one or that one, but remove it. Whoa! Look at that. How is that sealing? That is insane. We might not be driving this today. Undo that hose clamp. That's insane. Look at it. That is insane. So see how like you can see the metal in there. That's not good. All right, but basically you want to undo that bolt, and expose what's underneath this. And now that we've discovered that, I need you to take off both hose clamps and pull off that hose. Don't throw the hose out though. And then whilst you're doing that, I'll do the boring bit, which is, I reckon, about half. Aside from a split radiator hose and a crusty looking thermostat housing, things are looking good. And now with the fan out of the way, victory. I can remove the water pump and clean the mating surfaces whilst Brayson tries to salvage the old thermostat housing, which definitely looks like it's on its way out, but usable for now. We will have to add it to the list of other service items that need attention, which has grown quite extensive, certainly larger than I was expecting, as this is one, if not the most reliable car in Dad's collection. And even despite its age and high kilometres, drives really well too. Surprisingly well, actually. I want to show you this stuff. It is a gift from the gods. It's, what do they call it? Aviation gasket, former gasket. This, you put this on, never leaks. And I put it on everything. You're not supposed to, but I do.
I do hate to admit this, as I've been a Ford fan through and through, but this handles so much better than the Falcons. You can just feel how much lighter it is. Feel the road surface so much clearer. Feel what the car is wanting to do. The steering rack inspires so much more confidence than the Falcon steering boxes. You go from commanding the car to guiding it. It wants to play with you. It wants to work with you as you blast through the hills. Just give it some general suggestions and it'll do the rest. And that's all with worn out bushes. I'm certainly looking forward to driving it when it's all new. For now though, let's button up this cooling system and get it back to puttering about.
So a bit of time has transpired, mainly because we needed these hoses and pipes and the like. So now we've got them though, we can refit the thermostat and the housing, because I've got a gasket for that, put on some new pipes, and then we'll do transmission. And then we'll be done. Yeah, the magnetic, that's another problem. The magnetic light broke, so I got no light. Alright, so we're going to have bad visuals. Do you want to do... Oh, okay, so I see how it is. Let's get you on thermostat. This is the annoying bit. So these, as you try and tighten the post clamps, these try to run away from you because you want to try and like hold it. So if you don't hold it, you just push it right, it starts spinning. So you've got to like hold it somewhat at the bottom and tighten it up at the same time. It's a bit annoying. And then while I'm checking this, can you grab the I think I know what it's called, the pulley guide, belt guide, and then whack it on there. Now which way around do you think it goes? Yep. Can you find me a spanner that side?
You know, sometimes I wonder if I was born in the right era. Like, not only did the 70s and 80s pump out some of the best music and movies, but the cars are just sensational. They were just so simple, so characterful, and they looked purposeful. And the racing, I couldn't imagine how intense it would have been to watch Bathurst, seeing the big V8 Falcons roar down the straightaways, only for the little nimble Toranas to dance up the corners. Plus, being able to witness more competitors with Mazda and Chrysler, and even the smaller series, being able to watch the Escorts fight the GTVs. It all just sounds too good to be true, and I think my infatuation with classics is spreading. As still, even weeks later, Brayson here is dreaming up with what this Torana could be, and asking so many questions that I only have the loosest idea of how to answer. And even if it's not my cup of tea, I do love that he is interested in something other than a Ford. It just adds that little bit of variety, and maybe, just maybe, we could fight it out over the track once everything is done. But we are still a ways from that. So for now, let's continue to deal with old car things.
Right. So, you need to get new sway bar things for you. Sway bar bushes. The encountered a problem. So whilst getting some hoses and stuff for the coolant system, I also bought a new sump gasket because this is leaking the transmission sump. Unfortunately, I wasn't paying attention when I was looking at the sump itself. These bolts on this side, we cannot get to. We need to back off the exhaust, and I can almost guarantee if we back this exhaust off and then try and screw it back on without replacing the manifold gasket, it's going to sound like a tractor because it's going to leak with exhaust fumes. So, we're not going to do that. We're going to leave it for now. We'll come back. We'll probably do it at the same time when we do the sway bar mounts. For now, let's lower it back down, fill it with fluid, just try and get it going.
Nice.
All right, in you go. Pour half of that in. About that. You got to push down.
Childproof.
I'll do it on its side so it doesn't go bob, 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 bob. Yeah.
What is this message? It's so green, it's like paint.
So this is concentrate, so we're going to have to mix this with water.
I've got coolant covered in.
Oh, that's alright. It's only a toxic chemical. It's going to fill up, so you won't be able to dump all of it. Oh wow, it's taking more than I thought. It's like a void in there.
It's just a
TARDIS, yeah. It's leak. Yeah, we're making any leaks. Oh, there you go. We got there in the end. All right, so we need to bleed the coolant system, and a part of that's running the car. As we bleed it, what you can do is squeeze this. Gently squeeze it with just your hand. Careful you don't stab it. Don't worry about it for now. Okay, you have to squeeze a bit more. Careful you don't stab yourself. And you should see it bubble. Now, when you fill it up, do it on the side again like you did that one, and this one you just watch it. You'll see. You might have to slow down a little bit. You're gonna have to get close to that, close to that, close to that, close to that. Yeah, like on top of it. There you go.
No, I did.
Yes.
What's so light? Ah, the table! Oh, yeah. Hit the table. It's all dead.
All right, let's see if we can do your this thing.
Wash hands?
Yeah, wash hands.
We broke.
She collect all the pieces. Oh, there you go. Now,
It's a spare piece of paint.
this. Wait a minute.
What?
The new one's already fitted. These are old pieces.
Wait, what?
That's old. This is new.
And how is this in the packaging?
It must have been replaced by the previous owner. And then they just left the original bits. All right, well that was a fun exercise. You ready to start it?
Yeah.
All right, just try and start. You might have to give it some throttle because it's been sitting for so long. Hang on a second. Hang on, don't touch nothing. Oh no, all good. All good. Alright, try again. Alright. Yeah! Oh no! Alright, turn it off. It's leaking coolant from the water pump. Uh-oh. Quick fix and then we'll have that done. Oh no! Ah, bugger! Alright, turn it off. We got a problem. Oh. That's why the thermostat was so crusty before.
Something broken?
Well, it makes sense why the thermostat was leaking. So what I think's happening is that, so in order for a gasket to work, its mating surfaces need to be flat, right, in order for it to seal properly. It looks like the bottom mating surface of this, of where the gasket sits into, isn't. And that's why it was leaking last time, and that's why it's leaking again. However, this red piece here does look like it can be replaced. That red piece there.
Oh yeah.
You know what that means?
Have to wait longer.
Yep, you don't get to drive it yet.
I'm sad.
Right. A rather unfortunate turn of events. This is, and it's all because of this. Our thermostat isn't sealing, our gasket isn't able to do what it needs to do because these mating surfaces aren't flat enough. Real shame. It's a real shame. I thought he would be driving this out of here. I really, really thought he would be. And unfortunately he's not. And that really sucks. But to be honest with you, I was thinking more about this as I was pulling this off. Maybe it's a good thing, like it demonstrates what working on cars is like. Stuff goes wrong. It's not like the Fast and Furious franchise where you just, you know, in a matter of half an hour, you've got a new engine, it's all wired up and you're doing 1,000,000 miles an hour down a freeway. This is what happens. Stuff goes wrong. And if anything, maybe it's a good thing because now we're having to order more parts, order new gaskets. We can spend that time removing the exhaust manifold and doing that transmission gasket so we can have that to stop leaking as well, which will be fantastic. So if anything, maybe it's a good thing. He'll get to drive it when it feels a bit better. We might do a few other bushes too with the sway bar and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do now, while we're waiting for parts, I'm going to try and deck the surface. I'll probably end up buying a new thermostat housing itself because it's not terrible, but it's definitely on its way out. And then we'll come back with a few new parts, a few extra pieces we can do, work on it together once more, and get him driving in it. Because that's what we're here for. We want him to experience this. We want him to be able to take it to school and show off all the mates and get all the clout. Anyway, I've got some work to do. The reason that, actually no, I'm going to start over there because it makes more sense. Is there anything like that, or because it's a collector's item because it was a limited run? It's special. I should have told you what side of the camera to come in from, because right now you're going to walk in front and it's not going to look good. So you're going to stand over there for me, please.
Like, tell me when I'm not in the front.
Still got stuff in my mouth from eating the cake. All right, so a bit of time has transpired because a few things have went wrong with us.
How does one move the seat back?